Hello and welcome back here on my English YouTube channel about my Lego City project called Brickworld. And in today's update, we're going to add one special stuff to the city. I'm going to add a very big wall with a big printed graffiti. I'm going to do that on my own printer, of course, as always. And it's going to be a very big graffiti, so stay tuned for one special update today. First of all, I bought a lot of new 1x2 bricks in that dark red color, of course. That's going to be the base of my big wall. And that wall is going to be the side wall of a new building I'm going to add to the city. And that's my first test, as you can see here. There come parts here with are not in that dark red. That's the places where are going to be the windows. That's what I'm planning right now. So I'm just need to put in some other bricks, because when I'm going to print on that, I need to have some kind of fake parts, because if the color is going to be printed inside without something inside here where the windows are going to be, I might get some problems with the print. So these are the windows I'm trying to add in here, but right now I'm not right sure if that's a good idea to have such big windows in a wall where I want to have a very big kind of graffiti. So I'm not sure right now. And at the end, I decided to change my opinion, because I found out that it's not a good idea to have windows inside when you're going to have a very big graffiti like I did it here. That's, by the way, a graffiti I did here just for my city. And as you can see here, it's a very big graffiti. That's the biggest size I can put in my printer without going to print on two different parts. And that's what it is. It's a kind of, evolution from childhood to adulthood. So the dark ages, we're not going to play with Lego and stuff like that. And I think it's a very nice addition to the city. And I'm going to add some lights on top of the building, so the graffiti is going to be in a good light. And that's the first time I'm trying to put in that very big wall with my printed graffiti on it. It's the very first test, and I'm quite impressed how it turned out by myself. And yeah, I really like it. It's a little bit dark. That may be because I'm printed on dark red, but I want to have a dark red building going here on that side. But it's no problem, because I just printed more than one time on that part, and then we can going to add some lights, as you can see here. As always, I'm using the light system from Light My Bricks. That's still the version 1. I'm switching to version 2 soon, but right now I have a lot of stuff for version 1 left, so I'm just not going to go to the better and newer version. But you can see I added here 3 strip lights on top. That gives a lot of light from the top and gives a lot of very nice lightning here to see more of that graffiti. And I really like how that graffiti wall of that new building fits in here next to our cinema building and all the stuff we did last time in the last update. And yeah, here on the left side, there's going to be the building. It's going to be from that side to the left side until maybe the end of the table. And it's going to be a more old-fashioned building. And I think it's a quite nice addition to have something here which is not so modern like all the buildings around it. And on the front side, there's going to be a part of a street. And in a future update, a distant future update, when there's going to be the next table, of course, there's going to be the rest of the street coming up. But, by the way, I got some new fan posts that time from Marcel. He sent it in his minifigure. As you might know, if you want to be a part of my community project in the inside of the cinema, you can send in your minifigures to the address in the imprint, and then you can find your minifigures inside here. Now we have 1,349 minifigures here. A lot of them already inside the cinema, but we have a lot of seats left. So feel free to send in your own minifigure to the city. Next up, I want to show you another idea I have for the city. I want to integrate a kind of little construction yard here on the street. So I removed some of these dark bluish gray tiles, added some stuff, some little other stuff. I really want to integrate a kind of little place where the people or the construction workers are opening up the street. And yeah, by the way, I'm not quite sure if we still just have that upper level here removed, or we're going to integrate something deeper. So I have to cut in a little hole into this table. That's something I'm not sure right now, but I may go to that place where I'm going to integrate a more bigger hole. And for that idea, I also got something from Lego directly. I got that set. You might know it's the excavator, that big excavator that came out, I think, last year. And I really like the size of that excavator because it really fits in that realistic size I have in my city. I'm going to build that up in a future update. Then I'm going to integrate it here into my city. Of course, I'm going to add light to the excavator and stuff like that. And of course, I'm quite sure right now that I'm going to rework that little construction yard here on the street, adding or removing a part of the table, cutting in a hole so I can build up or build down a little bit. So I have a nice 3-dimensional construction yard here, and going to add that very nice big excavator, of course. But that's something for a future update. Maybe you have some other ideas for that little construction yard, but that's something I'm maybe going to add in the next update already. For now, I'm just added these little parts here, a little minifigure here, just standing here around, but I'm pretty sure that going deeper is the better idea. But for today, we added that very big graffiti just here. I really like how everything comes together in that little corner here. We started last time with that popcorn wagon here from the Bricklink series, and going down a little bit here, looking up. I really like how it looks here from up to the down, oh my god, down here to the upper stage here of the city. And yeah, as always, feel free to write whatever you think, whatever you have in your mind about today's update or future updates, or also stuff I did a long time ago. I'm really interested in your opinion as always, so feel free to write whatever you think. And by the way, if you want to see more of my city, just feel free to subscribe. I'm really looking forward to get the 10K here on the English channel very, very soon. And that might be a very big goal for the running year of 2026 for me. But having one step done here in the city does not mean there are not a lot of stuff to do, a lot of work left. Of course, we have a lot of stuff we need to do here in that area. Of course, we need to finish up the cinema. Of course, we need to build the rest of that street here with that 45-degree angle. Adding the construction yard, adding buildings on the right side, a lot of stuff left to do to fill up everything here. And also on the left side, of course, that new building. But you might know the size of all my buildings is much bigger than a normal modular building. So everything turns out to take more money, more parts, more time, and of course a lot of other stuff. But I really like how everything now connects. Maybe next time we're going to add the restaurant here in top of our part here in the cinema. But as always, there are a lot of updates coming here on the English channel. I really, really want to get once again back to be nearer to the German channel. But you also can have a look on the German channel to see what's coming up here. But of course, I'm going to add every update also here on the English channel. So just some final views here from the city and what we did today. I really like the graffiti. Maybe you have more ideas for graffitis in the city or stuff like that. So yeah, stay tuned for future updates here in my city. And yeah, have a nice day. Until next time. And don't forget to subscribe if you really want to have more updates here. So yeah, bye.